what do you think of?
Younger. I'm just thinking, yeah, younger, but then someone that knows how, 2011, what's going on with, everything that's going on in the world and all that sort of stuff. That's
wow. Hold that comment.
Okay, that's
I like that. That's interesting.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else? What do you think?
I think of the younger generation.
The younger generation.
Just graduating
from
college.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say just graduating from college, but I would say, I guess professionals that are new to business operations, and just kind of developing their role and trying to define themselves as a professional. So I guess that would be years between 2000 and current 2011.
I would think managing millennials, any professional in the millennium.
Yeah, it is changing. It is changing. The dynamics are changing. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Just to piggyback a little bit on what she said, I want to add to how they perceive their employer and what they expect from the employer.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Mr. James?
When I think of a millennium, I'm thinking of junior high, high school, and college student. And I'm actually put that within a specific kind of generation and age group. So when I think of millennium, that's kind of the category that I put them in.
Really? So you're thinking from like junior high all the way up to college?
Maybe a little bit less. And I think so. And then I think so. You got Gen X. I'm a Gen X. You have Gen Y. Then from Gen Y.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is my boy. Okay, we're gonna say time out right now. You are not Gen X. You are a baby boomer. You're the last of it. You're the last of it, but you're a baby boomer. All right, but since some people have to go back to work, we're gonna leave that one alone.
He's not a baby boomer. He's a cream of the crop.
Carol, he's getting you back for me.
Millennial for me is wherever you are in your career. I mean, certainly there are generations tied to it for me, but wherever you are in your career, you're heavily involved in the current way to communicate, whether it be social media, you're integrated in that, and then with your relationship with your employer, there's a sense of entitlement. So when you're in an interview, you're also interviewing, and that's what I kind of see with the millennial attitude.
Yeah,
so in conjunction to what Janae is saying, I think that for me, it's about the age group that grew up in a technological environment. So there are some of us in Gen X who grew up moving into the way that we communicate, how we do it, how we go about doing business, and what that looks like in the future.
I don't think the age is really tied to it. It's just like everything that's new, what's going on now, the technology, it's really a lot of what Janae said around, it's everything that's going on. And the social media, technology, Facebook, just everything.
So
that's what I think.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm actually with Daryl. I just think anybody younger. I'm well over baby boomer.
Okay.
So I'm owning mine. I'm owning mine.
Okay. I'm not well over. You said you're a baby boomer. You're not well over baby boomer.
No, I'm a baby boomer.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, interesting, because it's interesting to see what people's perception is of what a millennial professional is. You saw a vast variety from age to the way they think of technology, the way they interact. So all these things do go into play when you're looking at a millennial professional. So what are we going to talk about? Well, let's talk about the current and the future workforce. Because this is interesting. When you start looking at it, for the first time in history, we have actually 4 generations in the workforce. First time in history, we had 4 different generations in the workforce. So you're talking about traditionalists, the baby boomer, Generation X, Generation Y, or millennial, whichever one you want to call them. And so